But why? Why is it still beyond me?
Dawn breaks.
Look! He's done it! He's finally beaten Luis!
Does this mean he's won? I'm not dreaming this.
He did it!
Not yet. I have my ideals. Witness!
Everyone's fighting their fear and anxiety. Nobody knows for sure what's right. And even through all that, the people have declared you king!
We fight for more than justice. Show him our will against his. Show him the fall of his world!
Hold fast to your ideals! 'Tis your sworn duty as king!
You've wielded the power of kings! It's time to stop following in their footsteps! Now it's your turn to take your place with them!
Your fantasy is naught but lies!
What? What's going on?
We know. Fantasy is more than an empty dream. It's a dream with the power to change the world!
Damn you!
That must be the Lord that governs Utopia. I see. At long last, fantasy.
The people have chosen my son. With that, thus it is.
And now, a novel you wrote with such passion?
This voice. Is that... could it be? But how?
While flames swept through the sanctum, I cast a final spell to... I had to. so I might provide guidance.
The power of the archetypes. Was that your doing?
No. All I did was awaken them to it. That power is no great and rare treasure. It is something that might, and anyone has the power to change the world.
I am truly sorry. I lost all the power I once knew. I saw the sanctum burn, and so I placed my faith in the royal magic.
This shall do. That boy, the people no longer need some mystic relic or some lofty magics, just provided they can turn their anxiety into strength and never stop walking toward the...
This isn't about the throne anymore. It marks almost the appointed time now. The day is dawning on a new... However, if I may truly end my life...
It's been a long road to this moment.
It has indeed. But for our son... Heed me, all people of the kingdom.
He speaks. With the announcement...
I now settle the long-contested... They who hath gathered the most faith from their subjects. Behold, your new king!
He certainly did, love. Oh, I still can't believe His Majesty.
I won't accept it!
You can't just crown his son after all. That's cheating, that...
Disorderly conduct will...
Settle down. Our new king has been decided. And the royal capital falls...
Bloody fantastic.
Quietude descended once again upon the royal capital, and the day of the new king's coronation arrived.
Boy, the coronation really...
Don't tell me you're nervous. After everything we survived already, stage fright should be nothing for you.
All the same, my heart's pounding out of my chest.
Is it? Nothing you're not used to then. It's just...
It'll be fine.
Your newfound dignity suits you well, Your Highness. Your Majesty.
By the way, saw some of them Senate fat cats hovering about. Acting...
Better than the alternative, no? Especially since we've...
I hear that many are concerned about his proficiency with...
Juna will stand as moderator at the podium. First, the people would know how you aim to lead them. How will you respond to that, Your Majesty?
We have the power to change the world. All of us.
That's fine. The people have about had it with...
Still, there are a lot of people in the crowd who have never supported you. How are you going to respond to them?
I'll have to let my work prove my words. With results, I hope everyone...
You went from a nobody to the top seat.
A ruler must only stand tall.
Indeed. And we're no strangers to more practical work.
Well, it is time to make your first...
Good luck!
Thanks for always having my back.
Well, let's go. To His Majesty. the new king.
All right, a warm welcome, please! His Majesty the new king! Your Majesty, you're so young!
Please. My king, your subjects would hear how you intend to lead them.
Relax, okay? Take it easy and use your own words.
As a ruler, I've much to learn. I cannot say what I'll accomplish. And yet, I believe the world can change by our hand. And to that end, I will face any odds.
Now, Your Majesty, a few more words. Naturally, some under your rule now supported other people in the race. How do you respond to their voices?
There will be times I let you down. I know that. Only results can prove my intent. But still, even should you oppose your king, you can always believe in your own future. I will make sure of it!
A nation where dreams and fantasies are always in reach. Will surely be a challenge.
We'll make it happen.
There you go. If you can pull that off, you'll be the finest king we've known. Well then, this is it! Your attention, please!
No lord remains for you to kneel before. Please take the crown with your own hands, my king.
Ah, long have I awaited the arrival of this day. This journey has reached its end. He came, but as this journey ends, I'd like you to watch over him on his path. 1 year has passed since the arrival of the new king.
Hey, heard the news? They're finally reopening that.
You don't say. The famous one deep in the Montario.
They've even paved a proper mountain road. And get this.
What? The song?
Well, she is one of the king's 6 partisans. If she managed to help save the world, sounds like they plan to fully open the magic researcher's findings to the people too.
Makes sense to me. After the clash between His Majesty and Luis last.
And that's just today's news. It's surprise. Even the Royal Knights. Their leadership was bound to the church more than anything. And now...
You believe that? The Royal Knights, led by a chief of all things.
Even Parliament now invites citizen representatives to hearings. It's unbelievable, compared to the days of the autocrats.
Credit where it's due. I remember last year's coronation. Unprecedented, that. They tell me some of the younger aristocrats have... It really is a tragedy, what happened to his father, the king.
Indeed. Yet the real test is still to come.
Speaking of His Majesty, I've also heard some folks saying they...
Can't be. Without his escorts?
Suppose you're right.
Mountains upon mountains of appeals from the people. How many days will this take to sort?
After all the trouble you took to flee politics. And somehow you're now the preeminent ladyship of your house. Such is fate.
Despite everything, this year has passed in surprising peace, hasn't it? Honestly, with the royal scepter disappearing like that, I feared more dissent.
Perhaps after Luis, they swore they could never let that happen again. Either way, more and more are dealing with conflicts calmly and openly. Promising.
It promises that I'll have an eternally cluttered desk.
Here, Your Majesty. I've brought in the next load. And there we go. Not half bad, right? Hey! Isn't the king supposed to be here?
When did he? I've said countless times not to leave unannounced.
All this decoration doesn't suit me. How'd Luis and Forden put up with all this damn finery? Your Majesty? Are you here? Juna's back from her inspection.
Apologies, Troll. I'll look for him now.
Wait! I'm coming with you!
Oh, good grief. Some things never change. Not that they should.
I'd say life has changed plenty for us. Yet somehow our captain's same as he ever was.
And then, well, I might have got a bit too fresh with them stuff. Still, it was other sanctus what stepped in to guess me cogs turning. They lost both their sanity. Not like it excuses all of them, or makes me want to go up and shake a sanctus hand, but...
I believe you'll come to understand them.
You know what, lad? You're all right.
I should have known you'd be wandering around without your escorts again. If you told them you're the king, it'd... Sorry you ended up coming all this way. Maria's actually out on an errand right now.
And I suppose I'll wait until she comes back.
You sure? That girl always ends up... Either way, best keep your head down. You know what happened.
Oh, there you are. I knew we'd...
Phew.
Speak of the devil.
Let us return, Your Majesty. And I thought I had informed you that Juna would be back from her expedition today.
I have a few stops left in the city, though.
You do know I practically sprinted out the gates to settled. I shall come with you on every excursion.
Not dressed like that, you won't. You know how we like... He'll be fine. His Majesty is not about to full prey. Right, Your Majesty. If you see Maria about, do slow down for a chat.
Fine. Now, Your Majesty...
All right.
Let's go. Hey?